I just received another happy mail from another German artist and crafter, dear Lynn. Lynn has a channel here on YouTube. It's called ArtB, and of course I'll post her link in my description box. She sent me all kinds of goodies. Of course, everybody by now knows that I love napkins. So I got some more beautiful napkins. Thank you, Lynn. You know I will use those. She sent me a lovely card. She sent me some really cool paper. It looks like vintage and it has some maps with it. And yeah, very cool. Cool colors, different, a little bit different. And then she sent me some other goodies, twine, and she sent me some tags, cute little file folders, more tags, bunch of nice doilies, pretty buttons, all kinds of flower die cuts, and I already used some of these in a project. And she sent me this beautiful little tiny canvas she painted, and it's real pretty. She's really a good artist, and you make sure to go and visit her. And she sent me a bunch more to try out. Now, when I was chit-chatting with her, and after I saw these fun mats here, I was inspired to try a journal related to traveling. Also, Lynn just posted a really fantastic journal on her channel. She's an amazing journal maker, and I will put the link to that video of her journal, travel journal, up here in the iCard. So I have a few, paraphernalia and a few embellishments and this and that, which are travel related. And for a while, I've been thinking, I want to do something with them. Now, I don't want to do a big journal. I've just done a couple. So I want to try something different. I picked up this, very simple brochure at the Home Depot. And I'm thinking of using this. I have a couple ideas what I want to do. We'll just have to see what happens, like most of the time. So join me. my journal cover. It's all nice and dry. And I went ahead with my sewing machine and went all around the edges. I hope you can see this. It makes especially these big pockets really secure, but also I just like the looks of it. So at this point, I will be working off camera because it's a matter of cutting and gluing and finding the right bits and pieces to make pockets and tags and so on. It can get a bit lengthy and detailed, and I think I will be able to show you the final result and still explain how I got there. So see you in a minute with the finished project. All right, this was very quick for you, but actually it's the next day. I made sure to dry the original spread you saw last very well because it had all this decoupage glue on it, and now it feels great. So let me give you a flip through. I opted for a very simple closure with this very colorful ribbon. I think it matches nicely because the cover is quite subdued. And at the end, I added a little metal charm, and it says "Live Free." And here's a little fabric sticker. It says vacation, and I got it off of one of my boys' t-shirts. So yeah, I put it in there, repurposed. Now on the front, I used these lovely stencils from Studio R12, the one on travel items, and then this little one as well. And I used my texture paste, and it came out really nice. I really like it. Very crisp images, and I like the feel of it, and I like that it's very simple because, as you will see, the inside is pretty colorful and crazy and all kinds of stuff. So I wanted the outside a bit simpler. So on the back, I kept it pretty plain, but I really like the design on this paper and the color. So let's see what's inside. Okay, this is the first part you see. Now, I like to give you a little tip. The way the folder was constructed when I got it first, these two pages nearly met in the middle, which made it a little hard to open and close it, especially because I knew I was going to add a whole bunch of stuff to it. So I did cut them down a little bit, not much, maybe 2 or 3 millimeters on each side, but it made it much easier to open and close this whole thing. So on this side, I added a manila envelope, just one of these ones, oops, this size. I covered it in some craft paper, which already had this travel collage theme on it. Then I added some stickers. Some looked like stamps, some were words, our cruise, wish you were here. I used washi tape to cover the flap. The back is also covered with the paper, and I didn't do much here yet. And there's lots of room to either do more collaging or tags or pockets. We'll see. Then there are a couple more words, up, up, and away. And then another kind of vintage looking stamp. Now I sewed this in with my machine because when you have a big pocket like this where you can utilize its full potential and you can get your hand in there, it puts a bit of pressure on here. So this will keep it secure and safe. And it's way better than gluing down the envelope completely flat. If you do that, it is very difficult to get in and out, especially larger envelopes. So I find this much more practical. And on this side, I did a little sewing too. I made this little belly band, and I used a little bit from this Tyvek envelope. In this case, I needed just a little strip, so I cut off the flap. I folded it in half, covered it with washi tape, and just sewed it on the edges. This way, it's very strong but very thin, and my sewing machine didn't complain because it didn't have to go through too many layers. And I add this little notepad. It's just a little notepad I had. I decorated it a little bit too. It says "On the Road Again." And I'm adding a little paper clip here to keep it in. Then we have stickers again, arrival stickers. This one says boarding pass, an image of the Statue of Liberty. And then these images, I have them all throughout, and they came from a craft sheet actually, which showed these tiny mixed media pages. And so I used all the ones who were travel related or mail related. So I put some here. Okay, now when you open it, on this side is the flap I made with you, and it's nice and roomy and when I did the sewing on this side, it went exactly on the same spot than the first sewing, so you don't really see it on this side. It says what a trip, and the other side, same idea. Here I have one of those old-fashioned airmail envelopes, remember those? And a nice map of Asia, where I lived for many years. And another sticker, vacation. And this is also where this part was sewn in. So again, there's no extra sewing showing up on the side. And then at this point, I thought I want to add a couple more pages, because originally I just had this part and the inside, right? And here in the inside, it's pretty much just decoupaging different elements. They are old-fashioned travel posters, and this one says passport, and I just made a little tuck spot. And well, some money, it's only Monopoly, but hey, fitting, right? And this was the other side of this passport, and I made another little tuck spot here. Little sticker, are we there yet? Travel, pretty simple. But then I thought I wanted a little more, so I made a very simple signature of just one page on each side here using a piece of craft paper I cut to size. I sewed it in with 5 stitches, so it's very sturdy in there, and I covered the stitching, which was white yarn, with some of my ink pads, so you really don't see it. And let's see, these sides are pretty much just decoupaged. If you see, this one I put an old-fashioned camera, some washi tape, stickers, see the world, souvenirs, sightseeing, an old-fashioned film strip here. On this side is a map from the States. This says room service, on the road again, tickets, some stickers which are passport stamps, postcard, it says here, and so on. Now in the middle, I opted to make some pockets. These are really easily made, again from craft paper, and I chose paper which also had to do with maps. This is a city map, and there's some islands up there. And I showed this to you in another video in one of my vintage journals. I just take a piece of paper, I fold it in half, I fold it in half again, so you have 4 quarters. And if you want the big pocket, you just fold the 2 bottom ones together and upward. You have a little tuck spot. This is the way this was made. All you need to do is glue the sides, glue the flap down, and glue it down to your book. Now this one has 2 pockets, and it's very similar. You start with the same idea, then you leave the first quarter alone, and the other quarters you fold them one more time in half, so you have all these different folds like this, right? And the first one here you fold up for the first fold. They go 1, 2, 3, and you fold this one up too, and now you have 2 pockets like this. This is very helpful when you work with one-sided craft paper, because you never see the unprinted side, and also the pockets are double, so they're a bit stronger. So this pocket was made like this. And I added this little tag. It says Free Planet. It's actually also from some clothes my boys recently got. Some washi tape, it says World Traveler, and I covered the stitching with some washi tape here on both sides. This is the paper Lynn sent me. I used this, and also little postcards, little stickers. There's a little airplane, says Destination Unknown, and well, it looks like a credit card. It isn't, but I thought put it in there for now until I have more things, because honestly I went through my stash and I have nothing left which is travel related or mail related or anything like this. I used it all, which is really fun. And on this side I did the same type of pockets. Here I put the triple ones on the top with these cute little postcards. They have real stamps on it, and I did a little stamping on them. And then the single pocket is here as a little old-fashioned looking map from Europe. The other part of the paper, and again some washi tape, some stickers. All right, and then these pages here, I added little more pockets as well. This is a long tuck spot with an old-fashioned postcard, sticker, pack your bag. And I just decorated it, a little bit of washi tape, another few cutouts. Those were leftovers from the maps I had used. The same on this little pocket. And here I had a square piece of this nice craft paper, sturdy one, and I cut it in half and punched out with my punch a little circle. I made a little tuck spot here, and the design here was made again with the same template I used before on these bigger pockets here. I don't have a die cut or anything, but these little cardboard tickets, I guess, I have them forever, but they come in all different shapes and sizes, and they help me when I want these nice curvy lines somewhere, and I just cut them by hand, and it works quite well. So here is a little envelope made from vellum with a little paper in it, and it says explore on it. It goes in here. There's a picture of an old-fashioned train. Someone had sent me this car. It's a stamp, and it was on a piece of tissue paper, so I decoupaged it here. And this is just a hotel key door card I used recently. There's a little word says go, and yeah, and this is it. So now you can close it this way and close it one more time and one more time. And it closes really nicely, and there's really plenty more space to add things. Any kind of travel related things I will receive in the future will go in here. This was a lot of fun. It wasn't quick, but I think doing it this way doesn't make my video so long and boring. Now, I hope that my explanations were clear enough. If you would like to copy any of this, it's really a lot, just a matter of cutting and gluing. Nothing so special. I hope you enjoyed this. I just got a kick out of using this just simple brochure and making something nice out of it. And really all my ingredients were stuff I have laying around, some for a long time. So I'm glad they all found a home. I hope it gave you some ideas you can use. Bye bye for now.